the big news here in Southern California is Shohei Ohtani is going to speak today. Now, yesterday, Dave Roberts appeared in the dugout before the Dodgers and Angels played. In case you're wondering what it looks like, there's Alden Gonzalez, who works for ESPN. That's what's coming every single time anybody starts talking on this subject matter right now. For those on radio, there's a ton of cameras that are focused right on the back bench of the Dodgers dugout.
Maybe.
I don't know where it's going to happen today, the press conference. But press conference makes it sound like press gathers, subject matter talks, and then answers questions. Unless I guess it's Kim Mulkey, which was an interesting moment this weekend, but we'll leave that aside. And Alden Gonzalez of ESPN tweeting out about a half an hour ago. He will not be taking any questions from the media, I'm told. Shohei Ohtani instead will read a statement at 2:45 p.m. Pacific. So right around dinner time, East Coast time, we'll hear an Ohtani statement. And the question is, will the statement answer any of the following questions? Did you gamble, Shohei Ohtani? Because somebody who makes somewhere around $300,000, $400,000 a year got in such a major hole, needed you to dig him out of it, and the hole is $4.5 million. Where does how do you lose $4.5 million? Did you double down on every single penny you get from your employer? Is that what happened? Did you wire the money yourself? Anybody in the bank know about it? How were you able to wire all of these large payments yourself? Why did you do it if you weren't gambling? Have you ever gambled? Did your interpreter steal this money from you? And if so, why was the crisis PR firm spokesperson that you hired or your people hired last week? I don't know if you saw Tisha Thompson's TikTok of the situation. And by the way, that's not the video on TikTok. TikTok is a journalistic term for somebody who lays out in a timeline, moment by moment, how everything unfolded. She, the reporter who broke this story last week for ESPN, gave a moment by moment accounting on Friday night, I believe is when she posted it, is that a crisis PR firm was hired by Ohtani's folks last week, and the individual told Tisha Thompson, give me a beat. I need to get up to speed on a few things. And then the first story was, interpreter got in over his head and Ohtani helped him out. And then comes Wednesday, and Ohtani now has his people issue a statement from a law firm saying he was robbed. And he didn't know anything about this, and all that money came out of his account, and he just learned about it the first time when his interpreter recanted as well and changed subject matters from I'm the worst gambler ever and my buddy had to bail me out to, I did it all on my own. And then when asked, basically, did you take it from Ohtani? And then he goes dark, doesn't answer. And then there's The Athletic, who follows up this weekend with the story about his online bio for the Dodgers. Media Guide lists him as having graduated from University of California at Riverside in 2007. And then he spent spring training in 2012 working for the Yankees as an interpreter for the Japanese pitcher Hideki Okajima. And then multiple news reports noted that Mizuhara served as Okajima's interpreter with the Red Sox in 2010. And that's where he reportedly got his first major league opportunity. And then UC Riverside told NBC Los Angeles, our university records do not show a student by the name of Ippei Mizuhara having attended UC Riverside. They did not respond to a follow-up question whether it was possible he attended the school under a different name. Spokespeople representing Ohtani declined to comment when asked if they believed Mizuhara's biography during his tenure with Ohtani. Multiple news reports showed that Okajima failed a physical on February 17, 2012, before spring training when he was released by the Yankees, so he couldn't have been there with Okajima. And then the Red Sox told The Athletic, quote, "We are reaching out to all of you because of reports." Actually, this was a message just from the club distributed to media members Friday. "We're reaching out to all of you because of reports in various outlets stating that Mizuhara worked for the Red Sox as an interpreter, which is incorrect. He was never employed by the Red Sox in any capacity, was not an interpreter for Hideki Okajima during the pitcher's time with the team. Please know that we have thoroughly checked our files to ensure we're providing accurate information." Please we went through all the files here, say the Red Sox. We turned over every stone. Please know that we don't ask a follow-up question because we really did our homework on this one.
I'm so confused.
Penske file?
Are they in the Cayman Islands with the firm?
So, and then, oh, by the way, The Athletic, this one also hit me too. The Athletic mentioned how that Ohtani mentioned in the locker room yesterday he was going to be speaking today, and it was confirmed not just by Dave Roberts, the manager, but it was confirmed by these words really jumped out at me. Interim interpreter Will Ireton. So,
assistant to the traveling secretary.
He's an interim interpreter. How can one get the full-time job? You know what I mean? Like, how can somebody become the Antonio Pierce of this situation? You get the interim tag removed.
You become the full-time.
Can't make any mistakes.
According to the team, he was Kenta Maeda's interpreter back in the day.
Nice.
You know what else?
He's currently the manager of performance operations for the Dodgers. He was born and raised in Japan. So he knows the language, but he's the interim interpreter. I imagine, like, maybe he's got to kick some tires on Ohtani. Ohtani's also got to find out
if they like each other.
And plus, he's a member of the Dodgers organization. We assume he's not gambling.
I was about to say, that would be the biggest criteria, I would think.
Yes.
To not have
First
a
things first.
problem.
Here's the interview for your job. Do you speak Japanese? Yes.
Yes.
Well, clearly, when you said yes, you speak English. Yes. Do you gamble?
If the dealer's showing a 4 and you have a 16, what do?
I have no idea what you're speaking of, sir. You're hired.
Not to make light of it. I'm sure the Dodgers aren't very happy right now.
Well,
do you know what a parlay is?
But this is what we need to know all these. And I think Ohtani's just going to basically say, you know, it's under investigation. He'll be cleared when it's all come out. Oh, and it's all done. I was just as shocked about it because clearly the play. No. The play will be he was robbed. The play is going to be he was robbed.
Well, that's been the story.
Well, they can't change it again. They've already changed it. It's already been changed once, which has already gotten enough, enough suspicions raised. So that's coming up later on today.
I just want to play baseball.
I know.
The season.
Yeah. And then the Dodgers will be just like, there's nothing to see here. He's asked and answered. It's under investigation.
Yeah.
He spoke. And he'll rake. Because I imagine he will rake. It's 162 games. This guy's one of the greats of all time. And I say it ain't show is all I'm saying. I would love for him to have not done a thing. But baseball says they're looking into it. They have to. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.